Hey guys, Bird Yu-Gi-Oh here. So today I wanted to do my Gren-Maju deck. This is actually a new deck to the channel. It's one I've been working on for a while. This is more of like a kind of going second, more of the OTK version. I'm also working on a stun version. If you guys want to see that as well, just let me know. But yeah, we'll get going with this one. Make sure you guys are subscribed as usual. I have tons of decks coming up, some really cool ones coming up. So. Start off with, of course, the name of the deck. 3 Gren-Maju. This card gains attack and defense equal to the number of banished monsters. So, yeah, basically that's the goal of this kind of version is just, well, I guess any version of Gren-Maju is just banish as many cards as you can, normal summon him, and then attack over anything, and usually you should win. So that's our main normal summon. The only other one we play is Inspector Border, and yeah, this is not the stun version, but this is still just a good option in this deck that I really like. It's going to help you against hand traps even when you're going first, so really good card. And then 3 Eater of Millions. This is basically going to get rid of any problematic monster. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can just banish that opponent's monster face down. And you can also banish 5 or more cards from your hand, field, or extra deck face down. And then you can special summon this guy, and he'll gain 100 attack and defense for each face down banished card. So yeah, he's obviously not as good as Gren-Maju, but well, he's better in different instances, I guess we should say. But yeah, he's not you can't normal summon him. That's the main issue with him. But still very good. I like him a lot in this deck. And then 3 Gizmakorochi. This guy, obviously the reprint, so we are playing 3 of it. This is one, if it's in your hand or your graveyard, you can banish 8 cards from the top of your deck face down, special summon him. And then in addition to that, you can also banish 3 cards from your extra deck and target a face-up monster on the field and destroy it. So you can banish a lot of cards just summoning him out, and he's 2400 or 2450 attack. Really good card to have. And then we are playing 1 Glyph the Phantom Bird. You can definitely play it at more, and Hextrude or Hexitrude is actually the more common choice. But when I was actually building this deck, that card was super hard to find. It's a little easier to find now, but this card is good. It's a level 4, so it kind of fits in with going into potentially like rank 4 stuff, but you really don't go into the extra deck very often. But you can discard this card and add a Golden Castle of Stromberg, so that's searching your really good field spell. And then you can also, if it's normal or special summoned, off of Golden Castle usually, you can target a card your opponent controls in their spell and trap zone and destroy it. So that is really good. And then the rest of the monsters we play are just hand traps. So 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Droll, 3 Effect Veiler are going to just really help you out with this version, since ideally, like I said, you kind of want to go second with this. It's more of the OTK version, but you can also, like I said, you can go first easily too. And the last monster we play is just a Pankratops. Again, just another really good card for going second. So that is it for the monsters that we're playing. The spells: 3 Golden Castle of Stromberg. This got another reprint as well, so this is fairly cheap. But this card, you must banish 10 cards from the top of your deck face down, or this card's destroyed. And then during your main phase, you can special summon a monster from your deck that specifically lists Golden Castle of Stromberg in its text. So that's your way of just easily getting him out, and then popping a spell and trap your opponent controls. Really good. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can destroy the attacking monster, and if you do, you'll inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the attack of that monster. So this card's just really good in general. And the other super important card for this deck is Pot of Desires, because you banish 10 cards from the top of your deck, plus you get to draw 2. So this does, just amazing things for this deck. And then a really nice card that I like to play is Super Polymerization. It's just simply one of the best cards for going second. You have to discard, but then you can fusion summon using monsters from either side of the field, and neither player can activate cards or effects in response to this. So you're basically going to get rid of 2 monsters. Obviously, if you have the extra deck correct monster there, but really good card. And then we're playing Called by the Grave. We'd prefer our Pot of Desires to not get ashed, so that'll help. Terraforming to search Golden Castle. Double or Nothing, it's in there, obviously, to go into our Utopia double for kind of a cheap OTK. The deck's definitely not centered around this, so it's just kind of thrown in there. If you have it in your hand, can't make a rank 4, you can always ditch it off a Super Poly, or, it doesn't really matter too much. It's just nice to have. And then an Upstart Goblin. I know we're trying to OTK, so giving your opponent that 1,000 life points is not that good, but drawing 1 is very good, so it's kind of a catch-22 there, but we play it to just see more cards. And then a card that I really, really like, and you guys actually saw this in my Lilith deck, Darkest Diablos deck. 3 Banquet of Millions. In this deck, it is very, very good because you can banish any number of cards from your extra deck face down, and then you can banish the same number of random face down cards from your opponent's extra deck until the end phase. So you're just shutting them out from their extra deck, basically, and banishing 15 cards. You can banish as many or as little as you want. Completely up to you, but sometimes you want to keep a couple targets for Super Poly maybe, or Utopia double, but you can, if you want, just simply get rid of every card in your extra deck and get some more power for your Gren-Maju. So that card is really nice. Definitely, obviously it's a trap, so we'll be playing that in our stun version as well. And then Red Reboot, pesky back row, shutting down those traps for a turn so you can kill them is really nice. That is the main deck. Stuck with 40. We want to see our Gren-Maju, as quickly as we can. And the extra deck doesn't matter too much. It's just kind of a toolbox. We're playing 2 targets for Super Polymerization. We're doing 1 Starving Venom, and then the 1 Predaplant Dragostapelia. That's the ones that usually come up for me, so that's why I'm playing those. And then we're, of course, playing Utopia double. And then, just in case you banish that Double or Nothing, we have Utopia the Lightning, just for some extra power. Other rank 4s, Dugaris, again, boost power, special summon from the grave, or draw power. Exton Knight, blow up the board, or Baguska, stall out, a couple turns until you get what you need. And then the links, Underclock Taker, just to boost the attack of one of our monsters. Pentastag to allow piercing battle damage on a defense position monster, which is really nice. And then IP Masquerena, Phoenix and Unicorn, just kind of generic stuff, obviously going first. If you have 2 monsters and don't have much else, it's nice to make a IP, and then going second, to get rid of spells and traps, or just problematic cards. Unicorn. And then Borreload and Boral Sword, just because they are possible to make. You have easy special summons in Eater of Millions and Gizmic Orochi, so it's possible to go into them, and they obviously are going to help you to OTK and just get more damage on board. So that is the deck, guys. Again, I will have another version of this deck that's more of a stun version. I will be doing that as well. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one.